Hello and welcome to Learn English Through Story, my YouTube channel. Today, I will share a powerful story about failure, the kind of failure that changes your life forever. Sometimes failing is not the end. Sometimes it is the beginning of something bigger. This story will help you improve your English while you feel real emotions and learn a meaningful lesson. So listen carefully and grow with this story. Now, let's begin. My name is Ethan. I am 22 years old, and I am a final year university student. I always believed one thing about myself: I will succeed. Not because I was the smartest, not because I worked the hardest, but because I believed I was different. I had big dreams, a good job, a successful life, a proud family, and I thought it would all happen easily. My daily life was simple. I woke up late, skipped some classes, studied only when I felt like it. Relax, I always told myself. There is still time. My friends were more serious than me. They studied every day. They prepared early. Sometimes they asked me, "Aren't you worried?" I smiled confidently. "No," I said. "I learn fast." Deep inside, I believed that. There was one thing that mattered most, one big moment: our final exam. This exam would decide everything: my future, my job opportunities, my life direction. But still, I didn't take it seriously. "I'll study later," I said, again and again. Days passed, weeks passed, and suddenly it was too late. The exam was close, very close, only 1 week left. For the first time, I felt something strange: fear. Maybe I should study now, I said to myself. So I opened my books, and then reality hit me. I didn't understand many topics. I forgot important lessons. I felt lost. My heart started beating fast. "Why didn't I study earlier?" I whispered. But there was no time to think about the past. I tried to study quickly, day and night, without rest. But my brain felt tired, heavy, slow. The more I studied, the more I realized I was not ready. The night before the exam, I couldn't sleep. I stared at my books, but nothing stayed in my mind. "I can still do this," I said, trying to believe it. But deep inside, I was not confident anymore. The next morning, I walked to the exam hall. My steps felt heavy. My hands were cold. Students around me looked focused, calm, prepared. I looked at them and felt small. Why am I like this? I thought. I sat down in my seat. The paper was in front of me. Then the exam started. I looked at the first question. Silence. My mind went blank. I read it again and again, but I didn't know the answer. Panic started to grow inside me. "Okay. Next question," I told myself. I turned the page. Same feeling. Confusion. Fear. My heart was racing now. Students around me were writing quickly, pens moving fast. But me? I just sat there, frozen. "I studied this, right?" I tried to remember, but nothing came. Time was moving. Fast. Too fast. My hands started shaking. "I can't fail," I whispered. "I can't." But reality didn't listen. I forced myself to write something. Anything. But deep inside, I knew this was not enough. When the exam ended, I walked out slowly. The world felt quiet. Too quiet. My friends came to me. "How was it?" they asked. I forced a smile. "It was okay," I said. But that was a lie. A big lie. Inside me, something was breaking. Days passed, slowly, painfully. And then the results came. I stood in front of the board. My heart was beating hard again. I looked for my name, line by line, and then I saw it. My name, and next to it, failed. Everything became silent. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe properly. "No," I whispered. This was not supposed to happen. Not to me. I was going to succeed. That was my belief. But now, it was gone. My dream, my confidence, my pride, all broken in one moment. I slowly stepped back. The board blurred in front of my eyes. "I failed," I said quietly. For the first time in my life, I truly failed. And I didn't know who I was anymore, because if I was not successful, then what was I? That day, something inside me changed, something painful, something real. And I knew this was only the beginning of something I didn't understand yet, because failure doesn't just hurt you, it forces you to face the truth. And I was not ready for that truth. Not yet. That word stayed in my mind. Failed. I walked away from the board slowly. People were talking around me. Some were happy, some were excited, but I heard nothing clearly. Everything felt far away. I kept walking, step by step, without direction. "Ethan!" Someone called my name. I turned. It was my friend Leo. "How did you do?" he asked. His face was calm, but curious. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. I failed," I finally said. There was a short silence. Leo looked surprised. "Failed?" he repeated. I nodded slowly. "I didn't expect that," he said. That sentence hurt more than anything. "I didn't expect that." Because I didn't expect it either, I forced a small smile. "Yeah, me neither." Leo didn't know what to say, so he just patted my shoulder. "It's okay," he said, but it didn't feel okay. Not at all. I went home early that day. I didn't talk to anyone. When I entered my room, I closed the door quietly. And then, I just stood there, looking around, at my books, my notes, my messy desk. "This is my fault," I whispered. No excuses, no blaming others, just the truth. I sat down slowly on my bed. My hands felt cold. My chest felt heavy. "I wasted my time," I said. "I didn't take it seriously." My voice started shaking. I thought I was special. Tears slowly filled my eyes, but I was just careless. That truth was painful, very painful. I lay down and stared at the ceiling for hours. I didn't move. That night, my phone kept buzzing. Messages from friends. "How did you do?" "Let's celebrate." "What's your result?" I didn't reply to anyone. I turned my phone off because I didn't want to explain. I didn't want to talk. I just wanted silence. The next few days were the hardest. I stopped going out. I stopped answering calls. Even simple things felt difficult. Eating, sleeping, thinking. Everything felt heavy. One evening, my mother knocked on my door. "Ethan, can I come in?" I stayed silent for a moment. Then I said softly, "Yes." She entered slowly. She looked at me carefully. "You've been very quiet," she said. I didn't answer. She sat next to me. "Did something happen?" My chest felt tight. "I failed," I said quietly. She didn't react immediately. She just listened. "My exam," I added. "I failed." There was silence. Then she said softly, "Okay." "Okay." I looked at her, confused. "You're not angry?" I asked. She smiled gently. "No." "Why?" I asked. She took a deep breath. "Because failure is part of life," she said. Her words surprised me. "I thought you would be disappointed," I said. She shook her head. "I would be disappointed if you didn't learn from it." That sentence stayed in my mind. Learn from it. "But it hurts," I said. She nodded. "Yes, it should hurt." I looked at her, confused again. "Pain teaches you," she continued, "if you listen." I stayed silent, thinking. She stood up slowly. "You are not a failure," she said. "You just failed once." Then she walked to the door. Before leaving, she turned back and said, "What you do next is what matters." The door closed softly. I sat there alone again. But this time, my thoughts were different. "What I do next," I repeated her words. For days, I only thought about the past, my mistakes, my failure. But now, there was a new question. What will I do now? I looked at my books again. They were still there, waiting, just like my future. Still there, waiting. I stood up slowly. My legs felt weak, but I stood anyway. I walked to my desk, touched my books. "I can't change the past," I said softly, "but maybe I can change what comes next." For the first time since I failed, I felt something small inside me. Not happiness, not confidence, but something quiet, hope, and maybe. That small hope was the beginning of something new. But I still didn't know how hard this journey would be, because learning from failure is not easy. And I was about to face my biggest challenge yet. The next morning, I woke up early, not because I had to, but because I couldn't sleep anymore. My mind was full, thoughts, regret, fear, but also something new, hope. I sat on my bed quietly. "What do I do now?" I whispered. For days, I only felt pain, but now I needed a plan. I walked to my desk and opened my books again. Slowly, carefully, the same pages, the same subjects, but I was not the same person anymore. Before, I looked at these books with confidence. Now, I looked at them with respect. I don't understand this, I said honestly. That was my first change. Before I pretended I knew everything. Now, I accepted the truth. I didn't know enough. So I started from the beginning. One page, one topic, one step. At first, it was hard, very hard. My brain felt slow. My focus was weak. Sometimes I wanted to stop. Sometimes I wanted to give up again. What's the point? I asked myself. You already failed. That voice in my head, it was negative, strong. But then I remembered my mother's words. You are not a failure. I took a deep breath. No, I said quietly. I failed, but I can learn. So I continued, day after day, slowly. I created a new routine. Wake up early. Study in small parts. Take breaks. Review again. No shortcuts. No excuses. It was not perfect, but it was real. One afternoon, I met Leo again. He looked surprised when he saw me with books. Wow, he said. You're studying? I smiled slightly. Yeah. He sat next to me. You changed, he said. I looked at my notes. Maybe I had to, I replied. He nodded. I wish I started earlier like you, he said. I looked at him, surprised. You? I asked. You passed. He sighed. Yes, but barely. That made me think. Everyone has struggles. Different struggles. That day, I learned something important. Success doesn't mean everything is easy. And failure doesn't mean everything is over. Life is not that simple. Weeks passed, slowly. I started to understand more. Topics became clearer. Ideas made sense. And something inside me changed again. Confidence. Not the fake confidence I had before, but real confidence, built step by step. One evening, I solved a difficult problem. I stared at the answer. Then I smiled. I did it. I whispered. It was a small success, but it felt big, because this time, I earned it. No shortcuts, no luck, just effort. I leaned back in my chair. This feels different, I thought. Before, I wanted success without work. Now, I understood the value of effort. That was my turning point. Not the moment I failed, but the moment I decided to change. A few days later, I checked the calendar. There was something important. A second chance. A re-exam. My heart started beating faster again. This is it, I whispered. Another opportunity. Another test. But this time, I was different. Still nervous. Still afraid. But also prepared. I closed my book slowly. I'm ready, I said. Not perfect, but ready. Because now I understood something important. Failure is not the end. It is a lesson. And if you learn from it, it becomes your strength. I looked out the window. The sky was calm. And for the first time, I felt calm too. Tomorrow, I would face my fear again. But this time, I would not run. I would stand. And I would try again. Because this time, I was not afraid of failure anymore. I was ready to grow. The day of the re-exam arrived. I woke up before my alarm. My heart was calm, but strong. This feeling was new. Not like before. Not fear, not panic. Something balanced, something steady. I got ready slowly. I checked my notes one last time. Not to memorize, but to remind myself. You've done the work, I whispered. When I walked to the exam hall again, it felt different. The same place, the same doors, the same seats. But I was not the same person. Before, I walked in with empty confidence. Now, I walked in with quiet strength. I sat down, took a deep breath. This time, just try your best, I told myself. The exam started. I looked at the first question. I paused. Then slowly, I smiled. I know this, I thought. My hand started writing. Not fast, but steady. Question by question. Step by step. I stayed focused. Some questions were still difficult, but this time, I didn't panic. I thought carefully, tried calmly, moved forward. Time passed, but I didn't feel lost. When the exam ended, I put my pen down slowly, and for the first time, I felt proud, not because I was perfect, but because I didn't give up. I walked out of the hall. The sunlight felt warm. Leo came to me again. How was it this time? He asked. I smiled. I tried my best, I said. He looked at me, then smiled too. That's enough, he said. And this time, I believed it. Days passed again, but this waiting felt different. No fear, no hiding, just patience. Then the result day came again. I stood in front of the board. Same place, same moment, but a different Ethan. I took a deep breath and looked for my name, line by line. Then I found it, my name, and next to it, passed. I stared at it for a moment, just to be sure. Passed. A small laugh escaped from me. I did it, I whispered. Not perfectly, not easily, but honestly, step by step. I closed my eyes for a moment. All the pain, all the effort, all the late nights. It was worth it. I didn't just pass an exam. I changed myself. That was the real success. Later that day, I went home. My mother was in the kitchen. She looked at me and smiled. "Well?" she asked. I smiled back. I passed. Her eyes softened. "I knew you would," she said. I shook my head gently. "No," I said. "I learned how to." She smiled wider. That evening, I sat in my room again. Room, same desk, same books, but everything felt different. I looked at my reflection in the window. "I lost once," I said softly, "but I found something more important. Myself. I learned something I will never forget. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. If you listen, if you accept it, if you grow from it. And success. It is not about being perfect. It is about not giving up." I smiled quietly. My first big failure. It was my greatest lesson. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I hope you learned something important today. Now, I have some questions for you. Have you ever failed at something important? What did you learn from your failure? Will you try again? Write your answer in the comments. I would love to hear your story. And don't forget, subscribe to Learn English Through Story for more powerful English stories.